We love our stories in Ireland. Any decent conversation usually begins with a story. So I'm going to begin this talk with a story too. And this is one I've come across in a number of different cultural settings. But today I'm going to place it in the realm of Irish mythology, as I believe it's relevant to my message. And the story goes, once there was a warrior called Cananna. And Cananna had been sent on a mission into the wild and unfamiliar territory of the land of Down. And his mission was to collect a chest full of wonderful jewels, gold, silver, rubies and the like. And as soon as this chest was full, he was to return with it immediately back home to his king in Ireland. And so Cananna went about his duty, and he gathered and collected these treasures, and eventually he filled the chest. And believe it or not, a chest full of treasure can be a surprisingly heavy thing. So Cananna now needed to find some help to carry it home. And he knew he needed to find not just brave and strong individuals, but people who were happy and content within themselves, because this was going to be a particularly long and hard journey back home to his king in Ireland. And so Cananna went about his duty, and these people happily assumed their roles, and off they went singing their songs. And these were a happy people, a group of people from a local tribe. And every day they went and they ate, and off they went about their roles. And the second day they ate, and off they went about their journey. The third morning, the fourth morning, the fifth morning, the same. And by now these group of people had left their own tribal land and had entered into new lands that were geologically different, where the vegetation was different, where the topography was different, where even the animals were different. But these people were still singing their songs, and their ancestors were coming with them because their ancestors were in their songs. And after 2.5 moons, they had made great progress. But then one morning, having eaten, they didn't happily assume their roles. Instead, they seemed to sink into some kind of a tremendous trance state within themselves. And Cananna began to get impatient, and finally he got angry and he pulled out his sword. But this made no impression whatsoever on these people, as they had fallen deep into this trance state. And so eventually Cananna rised up and he sat down beside an elder from the group whose name was Ogma. And he candidly said, "Ogma, look, what's going on? We were making such great progress. Now what's happening?" And it took a long time for Ogma to come into a sense of his own hands, his own feet, his own identity. But finally he did emerge into a sense of who he was. And he turned to Cananna and he said, "We have moved so far, so fast during these last 2.5 moons that we must now sit down and wait for our souls to catch up."